It's Madden NFL 24, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Panthers and the Jaguars. All that and more coming up next.
Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin on this final day of 2023, New Year's Eve. Folks are fine-tuning their resolutions. Fitness clubs ready for that January boon. But these two teams have one more important piece of business to take care of before the calendar turns to 2024.
And I'll be one of those, trying to get it going in January, trying to get my physical fitness on.
The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway, Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led out by the 6-year pro, former Iowa Hawkeye C.J. Beathard.
Pretty good bloodlines for him, the grandson of Hall of Fame scout and general manager Bobby Beathard. He stepped into a temporary starting role on multiple occasions in the NFL, and while the wins didn't always come, the potential was there. Knows how to move a team, knows how to lead a team, and can make plays when called upon.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
On the counter, Etienne. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now Beathard. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time. And Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to corral.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing, Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Here is 3rd down and 4. To throw, Young. And that is incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity, nothing big happened, but then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
That's good for the Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And a pretty quick burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw is Beathard. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. But you look at this defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season, but boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's Beathard to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up the first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Back to throw Beathard. Looking for Ridley on the out route. He's got him. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw is Beathard. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It was a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll throw here. Beathard. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Panthers' 13-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars post the first points in the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Here is Young. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. On the draw. Here's Sanders. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a 1st down.
The Jags and Christian Kirk making their way back out on offense. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays, so let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. But hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Beathard. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Beathard to throw. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards in the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Man open, here is Jones. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
2nd down and goal. Beathard. And that'll be incomplete.
Good coverage yet again down here by the goal line. Everyone's blanketed, and he's forced to throw it away and try and come up with something on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle. We have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Oh, nice move at midfield. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Another run with Sanders. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
1st and 10, Young. Buying time to his left. And Young will slide to the ground safely as he picks up the 1st down as well. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. They'll try to throw now. Young. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 9-yard line.
Young. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Devon Hamilton, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle, and they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Straight ahead, ETN. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. ETN up the middle. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Drop behind the line on a nice play by Deion Jones. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their... This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, 47 yards. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
McManus now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To the air once more, Young. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, Young loses it. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. But they can thank their defense for another stop, and now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock, work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. ETN once more. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll run with ETN, and he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now Beathard. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A give running right, ETN. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage. Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
On 1st and 10, Young. And once again, this is Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
It's a loss of a yard.
Young will set to throw.
At the Jaguars' 49-yard line.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
A gain of 37 yards.
It'll be Young again. Shark's got it, left side. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Young working out of the gun. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play, move on.
And they will take a knee here. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Jaguars, the win is their 8th on the year.